Guess what? The chances are, if you're hearing this message, you're probably battling a continuous fight within your mind to overcome negativity. It's probably got you so beat down, you're just filled with it, whether you want to admit it or not. The reason why I feel that way so directly is because I know that it's something that I am literally pushing aside, transmuting negativity into positivity on a regular basis. It's not continuous, but I know that it's like the final boss, right? It's definitely the final boss, is to truly, truly like get to the other side of fully giving myself permission to be happy, to be joyful, to be loving, to be grateful for all things that exist in this world. And yet the more and the more I look around, guess what I see? Negativity. But most of the negativity, it originates from within. It's good, brother. How are you? Good. Yeah, trying to beat the storm, no?
Yeah, no.
It's good to see you, bro. You look good. Who's this little puppy? Hey, no. You go over there. Go over there, puppy. Go over there. No, I'm not going to let you sneak on me. Oh, man. Feisty. Maybe we should edit that all out, right? Maybe we should edit out the dog wanting to attack me, the neighbors saying hello. Nah, what's the point? What's the point? See, that's the realness, the rawness of life. So many of us, we want to edit everything out of our lives. We want to pretend, fake the funk, right? It's like part of me is like, the old me would have stopped the video, restarted. But again, it's like, what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that, man? You know, some little puppy wanting to, being afraid of the big dog. And, you know, that's just doing life. That's a little synopsis of just how we go about life. You know, you step out, you say, hey, I'm gonna record a video. See some people, you never see people walking around out here. Maybe I've inspired them, because I'm like the only one that ever walks around out here. And yet, the old version of me would have wanted to edit that out. And yet, the thing that I definitely go to war with, working on editing out, is not things that I can't control, right? The things outside of me. Just like you can't control the things outside of you. And if you are trying to control the things outside of you, you're tired. It's exhausting, ain't it? It's really interesting that twice in the last week I've been sort of like, you know, threatened by animals on video. That's a funny coincidence. It's an interesting little thing, some of these animals getting all worked up. The other day was a goose. I had a goose trying to attack me. That thing was hissing at me. It's funny. Funny stuff. But look, it's extremely exhausting when you try and control the things outside of you. And this is the whole message. Coming from my heart to your heart, from my soul to your soul, at Results Kill Excuses, saying, look, if you want to change anything, start by changing who you are from within. Start to change your thoughts. Here's a test. Stick with me. We're just getting started. Here's a test. This is how I can prove that with persistent, consistent, committed, right, action, you can absolutely change your mind. And when you change your mind, guess what? You change your reality. Here's how it works. All right, I want you to picture the color red right now. Picture red. All right, picture it in your mind, even with your eyes open, your eyes closed. Just picture red, okay, with your mind. I want you to now see a red truck. Envision a red truck driving by. Maybe even pick up on some of the details. Is it a lifted truck? It's got big tires. Okay, now I want you to see a red bird. Is a red bird in a tree? Is it in a bush? Is it on a fence? All right, now you pictured a red truck and a red bird. How about you picture a red rose? Can you picture a red rose? How about a bouquet of red roses? A bunch of red roses. So you could do all that, right, on command? Okay. Now I want you to picture a green snake. Can you picture a little green snake coiled up or slithering? Can you picture a green house? Can you picture someone wearing a green jacket? They're wearing a green jacket. Okay, if you were able to visualize any of those things, imagine that everything you visualized that was red is the negativity. And then everything that you visualized green was you shifting to positivity. But wait, you just did that with colors. Why couldn't you do that with thoughts that are associated with pain? Thoughts that are associated with shame? Why couldn't you shift a negative thought? Maybe it's a thought of fear. Maybe it's a thought of stress, of worry, of isolation, of rejection, of being abused, being neglected, taken for granted. If you can dwell on all those thoughts, then isn't it just a mind game, and it takes practice for you to shift, for you to first be aware, oh shit, man, I'm tired of thinking negative thoughts all the time because that shit is getting me down. And then what you just need to do is be able to check your thought, realize who's in power, who's in control of your mind. The reality is right now as you hear this is probably not you, the true version of you. You've allowed for this lower self, the negative side of you, to have the dominion over your mind. And all that shit is based on all the weight, all the experiences that you're carrying from your past. Because you have another belief that somehow, because you're not perfect, because you messed up, right, that it's unforgivable. You can't change, right? There's beliefs. People don't change, but you just changed. You just proved to yourself in like a very, elementary way that you can think about something and think about something else. Now, some of you, I used to do this with 4th and 5th graders, right? They would, because, multiplications and even reading, all of these things are about memory, and a lot of these kids are like, I don't got a good memory. And I know a lot of adults that feel that way too. You're listening to one that used to. I used to say, I have a bad memory. And what I realized in this healing journey when it came to my memory was one of the ways to protect yourself against the trauma and the negative experiences that you've had is I had a therapist once tell me, you have trained yourself subconsciously to stop retaining memories because of the trauma you've been through. And many people I've worked with one-on-one, a lot of them, there's big blotches of blankness primarily within their childhood. So if you're someone that feels you have a bad memory, that's a limiting belief for sure. But there's a protection survival mechanism as to where you've just trained yourself to stop retaining it. And thus, probably the weird freaky thing is you feel like because you don't really remember cognitively in your mind, conscientiously, you have a hard time bringing up the situations from your past. I think a lot of people think, oh, then that must mean it's gone. That must mean I healed it. You didn't heal shit. See, that's the problem, is the body remembers everything. Your mind may be playing tricks on you, and it is, more than likely, but the body remembers the score every time. And that's why you can't control yourself fully. As disciplined and as like controlling as you try to be, it's almost nearly impossible in any and all situations, and especially the ones that count the most. See, it's the one that counts the most, the ones that cause you the most regret. Those are the ones where you don't control yourself. You can control yourself day to day, but the ones where you don't, that's the shit that fucks you up. So here's something I used to tell kids, right? You're telling me you have a hard time remembering things. Like you can't memorize your multiplications, right? And so there was just a block because for whatever reason, numbers were painful to them. They were hard. It was just, but if I was to tell them, and I'll do this with you. All right, repeat this after me. Gold, blue, yellow, purple. What colors did I just say? Right? Most of you said it back. Gold, blue, yellow, purple. I've never said that sequence of colors ever. You heard it one time really quick, and you were able to most likely repeat that back. So how do you tell me you can't remember shit? How can you tell me that you can't get control over your mind? But yet, here's the thing, is a lot of us, when you're in a state of suffering, when you're feeling real beat up and down on yourself, right? You become lazy. Your mind becomes lazy. Your body becomes lazy. Your energy's lazy. And that's all that low vibrational stuff. You're not high energy, high octane, like, right? Big firepower. Right? You're like squirt gun. It's like, because you're overwhelmed. And yet you don't even want to admit that you're overwhelmed. You don't even want to admit that you want to give up. And yet the stats are there, how many people want to give up every single day and how many people actually do. And it's like, it's so sad because it's like there is help nowadays. There is ways to get past all that loneliness, all that sadness, and release all the pain. It's the pain that's got you down. That pain that's causing you the heaviness in the heart and in the mind, to where you almost feel like your life isn't even worth living. But yet you just keep going through and not, like, you can't find the courage to ask for help. Just ask for help. If you're hearing this message right now, reach out and ask for some help. Greg@resultskillexcuses.com. There's definitely help out there. The sad thing is a lot of the help takes time to get into, and, you know, insurances and even mental health practitioners are pretty overwhelmed nowadays, right? Everyone's going through shit. That's what's funny, is like, just because you think your shit's bad, man, not to compare and look around too much, but everyone is going through something right now. Ain't nobody just cruising, including this guy talking to you right now. Like, the tests and the challenges and the things that I'm doing are heavy duty. But I've become so transcendent in it, where it's like the difficultness is, it's like a playground. It's becoming more and more of a playground to be like, man, like the fact that I am going through these things is an indicator to keep going and to just continue going deeper and deeper, to really align myself with my truth, which is to know that I can be joyful and happy in all circumstances. I don't have to be controlled by my thoughts or my emotions, especially if those thoughts and those emotions are meant to make me feel bad about myself or bad about situations, and to feel sad and to feel worthless and to feel miserable and not want to even exist. It's like, fuck that. Fuck that shit. That's bullshit. That voice inside of your head is a motherfucking liar. Right? And you need to fucking step up and stand up to it and say, enough's enough. No mas. No more. You literally, it's relentless, but you literally need to say, no, not welcome, stop. And then you go to battle. You counter it by literally, whatever you're hearing, you say, no. Right? I'm not worthless. I am valuable. I am healthy. I am appreciated. I am loved. I feel loved. I feel appreciated. I feel valued. Literally, this is like what you do to overcome this. You can speak it out loud. You can say it mentally. Anytime that you're really monitoring these shifts, it's all a mental game, which tells me that you have the key to unlock the door to your happiness, to your success, to your abundance, to you fully appreciating and giving yourself permission to enjoy every moment of this life, whether it's a good moment or a challenging moment, or it's a fun and it's a light moment that you don't have to take it. Why are you taking it so serious? That's been one of the big lessons for me recently. I'm glad that came up just now, right? I used to take life way too serious. Like, I would just be so serious. And what's hilarious is I'm actually a really funny, like, easygoing, silly guy. But them losses, the DWIs and the failures, the losing the business, the losing the dream, and in Southern California, losing the house, right? The losing the elections, losing the fucking family, getting the domestic. I mean, all of these things, you guys, I don't think you realize how much shit this dude has been through. Like, I know there's very few people listening here that can see the full picture of everything that I have had to go through, and yet to stay optimistic, to keep an open heart, but the catalyst for it was really saying, I'm done self-medicating. I know that shit's not helping me, right? I know that this temporary pain relief that I'm seeking, whether it was getting drunk, high, just anything, looking for something on the outside to make me feel better about myself on the inside. And that's not to say that there aren't some things that when you experience it makes you feel good. Yes. But the thing is it the thing that makes you feel good, or is it the fact that you've earned something, you're working towards something, and you're aligning with things, and then new things are happening in your life, and that's a moment to celebrate. There's a lot of you that you're so wounded that you can't even receive a compliment. Somebody tells you, hey, I really like your outfit, or hey, you look really good. Well, it's like I used to be that guy. I used to have such a hard time receiving like the most basic compliment. Hey, you look really good. But I didn't feel good, so I'd be like, man, I don't know, bro. I'm not doing whatever. It's just always hard. Now, anytime someone throws me a compliment, I'm so thank you so much. That's so nice. Like I'm so appreciative. Think about it. In your own experience, you probably have a hard time receiving compliments. What does that say about you? You're sad, you're miserable, you're upset, you're frustrated, and what are you gonna do about it? That's the conversation I'm having with you right now. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Because I did some shit about my problems. It took hitting rock bottom. And I really hope it doesn't take you having a fucking upheaval in life, because some of that shit can really fuck you up, man. But if you're just listening and hearing this message, like, why don't you hop on the bandwagon? Why don't you click on that link down below and double down? If you ain't done the volume 1, why don't you double down and invest in yourself, volume 1 and volume 2 of the Results Kill Excuses 1% Better Everyday Journal. Why don't we just at least just try that? That's 6 months. That gets you through the beginning of next year. Can you imagine if you locked in like that? Positive thoughts, right? There's probably over 100 videos, coaching lessons. Like, I honestly, there is no better value on this fucking planet. I know the product that I have out there, and I know products that I personally have invested in. Just that 6 months with the coaching, I mean, that's thousands of dollars worth of value. And you can get it right now, depending on when you're listening to this, from now, which is June 10th, through summer solstice, which is June 21st, for $150. 6 months. And it doesn't even stop there. If you kept that train going, by the time you get there, you're going to be able to get volume 3, volume 4, and that's going to get you through a whole year. A whole year of staying locked in, saying, I'm going to go to battle. I'm tired of thinking about red all day, and I'm ready to start thinking about things that are green, right? And there's nothing against red or green. It's just showing you that change from colors to thoughts of sadness to thoughts of happiness. If you're going to think about thoughts of sadness all day, what's so hard, right? It's as easy as, one, acknowledging. It takes awareness. You have to see, oh, I'm having negative thoughts right now. It's time to counteract those. Maybe you need to press some positive affirmations. I use that. Sometimes I throw the fucking fire-breathing motivational shit. Can't stop me, unstoppable, right? Never gonna quit, like listening to fucking just all this fire-breathing motivational shit. That's a tool that I pull out on a regular still to this day, because I know that the part inside of me that is really the lower version of myself, the defeated version, the version that has made some mistakes and carries around a lot of guilt. And even though I've released it, that psyche still has a presence, right? It's not completely gone. But the amount of weight and significance that negativity has in my life, it's drying up fast. It's drying up really fast. And some of you, that negativity is everywhere. Everywhere you look. Everywhere you look. Closed doors, closed opportunities, pressure, stress, right? Anxiousness, sadness, anger, fear. Everywhere you're looking. It's like everywhere I'm looking, except for in a few spots, right? It's beautiful. It's optimistic. It's hopeful. It's loving. It's kind. It's joyful. It's optimistic. It's unlimited. It's abundant. It's incredible. It's free. It's light. It's fresh. It's wonderful. And again, it does start in the mind. And the 1% Better Everyday Journal can definitely help you to start shifting and reprogramming the negative thinking. and starting to heal some of the emotional wounds, looking in the past, understanding and discovering what's really going on underneath the hood inside of you, right? That's really taking it into taking full accountability of yourself. The other thing that's there is the Breath of Life Healing Circle. That total magic. We connect, we reflect. The visualization, man, the powerful messages that come through there. And then you got the breath work, which gets you out of your head, out of that negativity, and you really start to activate this infinite soul that is you. And to just really be breathing and feeling that and awakening your awareness. It's all about awareness. When you're super saturated in your head and your negativity and the density, you're not even in your body. You're focused. You don't even want to be in this thing. You're somewhere else. That's what I think calling check the fuck out means. You're checked out. Fucking zombie mode. But when you get into your body, right, by breathing, and it's the wildest thing that people just don't know how to breathe. And that sounds crazy. It's like, how could that be? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know how to breathe. I promise you. If you show up, you sign up, show up for the Breath of Life Healing Circle, right? And you start to incorporate some breath work 10 minutes a day into your practice, your stress levels are going to go down. Your optimism's going to go way the fuck up. Your inner peace, your clarity. You're going to start getting some downloads and connecting with your intuition and your higher self to really start to see a vision for who you truly should be on this planet. And not the fucking version and the woundedness that you've been identifying with. That needs to stop. And you have the power to do it. Just like I had the power to do it. But I didn't have this version of me back then. I have this version of me now. And I'm super grateful for that. But I'm not only just hoarding this version of me to all myself, right? And just saying, yay, look at me, man. I'm healing all this shit, right? I'm just going to fucking lock in and kick ass. Like, that would be great. I can tell you a pattern in my life has always been to help others out. When I went back to school in my 30s, college, I was asked if I would lead what was called a veteran resource center that they were just starting up. And my hesitation was, I don't know, I'm here to be a student kind of full time. I don't know if I have the ability to do this. Like, I gotta focus on my goal, and that's to finish up school. And the lady there at the time, she's like, dude, don't worry, man. If you take this on, trust me, we want you to be successful in school. We'll support you in both. 100% support. I said, really? All right. I'm willing to believe you and take you up on that. And they made good on it. And what was so awesome is I created a nationally award-winning program out of Santa Fe Community College. I mean, look at Military Best for Vets. It's got the receipts. I got a national award even from Student Veterans of America for being the Veteran Advisor of the Year. I think it was 2016. And again, I was just there for my goals, right? I wanted to get my education under my belt because it was a weakness in my life. Straight up. You know, I wrote it off, went out of high school into the military, got out of the military, started a business, fucking rose to success, major success financially. And then everything came crashing down. And when it did, I had to start my life over. And this is still the rebound of that. And yet, man, those are just... My heart in all of these situations has always been to not make it only about me, but to try and help others out along their path and their journey. And I was grateful that I got to do that with so many veterans and their family members. And I made some major changes in our community, state, and even at the national level. Our voices were being heard for what we were doing. Because I was always operating from the heart. And it's the same here. I could just be focused on my healing journey and making it all about me and just worrying about the things that matter to me versus saying, as I look around, I see so many people suffering in the same type of way that I used to suffer. And I'm like, there has to be a reason greater than just me healing my shit for me to be able to be a communicator, to be an inspiring guy, a fucking warrior, right? Someone that's very open and transparent and committed to being the best version of myself and hopefully inspiring others to do the same. Being willing to be a role model. That doesn't make me perfect. It just makes me real. It makes me raw. If you watched the video this whole time, you saw the dog and the neighbors, and it's like, I'm not going to edit that out. What the fuck for? What do I care? I don't care. That's not what it's about. What it's about is these messages, I believe, are not just me. I believe this is a divine message that comes from the Great Spirit, God, universe, that's being channeled through me to you. It's not an accident. If you come across this message, there's lots of receipts of lots of people that are like, wow, this is exactly what I needed. It's like, fancy that. What are the odds of that? The message finds you right at the right time. It's just the algorithm. No, there's something more, man. Right? There is some divinity in these experiences where it's not just a dumb coincidence, just a game of chance. No. There's an alignment. There's a frequency. This message is a frequency, and guess what? My energy and your energy are combining. That's why we're here listening right now. But the next step that I've been talking about is, will you respond? Will you actually start doing the work? Because I'm not just here for the entertainment. We got the 1% Better Everyday Journal, Volume 1 and 2. Incredible deal right now, $150 for both. Hop on that shit. You can write me a testimony later about how resistant you were, but you finally came around and then you did it, and holy shit, now your life's never been the same. Powerful shit in there. And even better yet would be for you to join me. Well, it's not even better yet. I think both, I would be doing both. If I was in your shoes, if I was watching me, and I was looking for some solutions, I was looking for some things that could actually help me out with my situation, which what your situation isn't just your situation. You feel financial pressure, relationship stress. What your situation is, which is the same as what my situation is you have unhealed childhood trauma. So that's the root. We got to deal with the unhealed childhood trauma. When you deal with that, you stop being your worst enemy. You stop self-sabotaging. And guess what? You open up yourself to really start focusing in on what your purpose is on this planet, what gifts you have, what creativity you have, becoming the authentic version of yourself. You're no longer wearing masks. You're no longer having to edit out parts of videos because there's just candid, right, interactions. You just get to be you, and people, however's gonna think about you one way or think, no matter what, someone's gonna either like you, some people are gonna like you, and some people aren't gonna like you. There's a lot of people that do not like the healed version of me. They don't like it. People very close to me, or they used to be close to me, they don't want to be close to me anymore because they cannot handle this. And guess what? I don't sit around sad about that shit, because there's new people coming in that actually that are meant at a soul level to be in my life, to accept me for this true self. Because if someone's only going to want you for being the fake version of yourself, fuck, man. Why the hell do you want that? What does that say about you, and what does that say about them? Y'all just faking it. Fake it till you make it. All right, we'll carry on. Over here, we're gonna keep it real. And we're gonna keep going, and I'm gonna keep putting in the work, and I'm gonna keep putting out the message, and we're gonna be putting out volume 3, volume 4, and soon enough, we'll be launching the 12-week transformational F journal, which is really already ready to go. It's the master class. Beyond that, you know, it's doing live events, workshops, retreats. But guess what? We need people to start taking action, to start healing, to start putting in the work, so that you can start getting the results. So that when you do continue along this path, like you become a leader on the game called life, on this board that we're on. You can step up and help others. That's got to feel good, thinking that you could be somebody that could help millions upon millions of other people. We need people far and wide to step up, to heal, and as you do that, you will be activated into service to humanity. It's a beautiful thing. Allow yourself to heal first. Focus on that. Don't focus on the other shit. Just focus on, can you be the best version of yourself? Will you take me up on that challenge? I hope you will. I love you guys. You know the drill. Results. Kill excuses, because if it was easy, it won't be worth it. Greg's out.